Spectrum of the Seas, Asia's largest luxury cruise liner with nearly 6,000 tourists and crew on board, docked at Mep-Thi International Port in late August. It marked the third time the cruise liner has arrived at the port this year. The liner is owned by the Miami-based Royal Caribbean International, which boasts the largest cruise fleet in the world. Notably, as Spectrum of the Seas entered the Vietnamese port, the company organized a ceremony to announce the recovery of the global cruise tourism, showing how the big guy in the non-smoke industry sees great potential in the port and the province at large.
Being here, I'm excited to be here, to be in a new country, to see how other cultures live and work and have leisure time.
I think it's an absolutely beautiful and engaging country. Thank you for having us. Being here, just hot. It was hot and humid, but very safe, very comfortable.
While large cruise liners docked at the port, passengers travel around Ba Ria-Vung Tau to make the most of the visit. While most tourists take a city tour to renowned attractions such as the Jesus Christ statue, Nirvana Pagoda, known locally as the San Nibbana, the White Palace, and World Temple, some take tours to the province's outskirts to experience the daily life of local people. October to April is considered the peak season for sea tourism, but tourist demand has fallen since COVID-19. To respond to the negative trends, local tourism authorities and business community have joined hands to optimize the tourist experience for those visiting Ba Ria-Vung Tau.
Though there is no specialized port for tourism, we have worked with Mep-Thi International Port and the Vung Tau Border Guard Force to allow the docking of international cruise liners. We plan to have a specialized tourist port in the future, and some investors have expressed an interest in the project.
When international cruise liners enter a port, not only do local tour companies benefit, but the port itself and companies providing port services also gain. Therefore, Mep-Thi International Port, despite not being a tourist port, has been working to accommodate international cruise liners.
Given a tourist port is not yet available, we need to work together to welcome large cruise liners. When these ships dock here, the port collects various fees, including maritime security fees, channel fees, port fees, and pilot fees. Companies providing port-related services also benefit.
Ba Ria-Vung Tau is among few localities nationwide capable of welcoming large cruise liners. To encourage more of these vessels to come, analysts have suggested that authorities and the business community adapt to changes in the tourism industry. Links should be strengthened between companies and authorities while developing unique tourism offerings to meet the increasing choosy demands of visitors.
As a tour agency, we hope the province can develop a chain of accommodation, entertainment venues, and shopping centers. We also expect that a tourist port capable of welcoming large international cruise liners, with 5,000 to 7,000 passengers on board, will be built. With a specialized port, we can make better use of sea tourism, as visitors may choose Ba Ria-Vung Tau as a destination on their trip.
Cruise tourism has been growing strongly in major Vietnamese destinations such as Hạ Long, Huế, Da Nang, Nha Trang, and Ba Ria-Vung Tau. Of these, Ba Ria-Vung Tau possesses the most advantages with a deep water port and a complete road network linking tourist spots around town. These create major momentum for the development of the province's sea tourism. According to the UN World Travel Organization, Revenue from cruise tourism is generally 40% higher than aviation and road-based tourism. Ba Ria-Vung Tau has therefore been working to build its reputation as a destination for cruise tourists. The province is estimated to welcome 14 million tourists this year, with 4.34 million staying overnight, including 200,000 foreigners.